Good day, fellow counselors. In this short session, I will be explaining how to use 3 simple but powerful tools in school counseling. The Strength and Difficulties Questionnaire, that's SDQ. The second is the Educational Counseling Scale, ECS, and the Vocational Counseling Scale, VCS. These tools help us understand our students in 3 areas. That's their emotional and social well-being for the SDQ, and we have the ECS, which is for to check the students' academic behavior and adjustments. And the last one you can see, VCS, is to check their career interest and aptitude. Let's start with the SDQ. This is the Strength and Difficulties Questionnaire. It's a short screening tool that helps us identify how a child is feeling and behaving, especially if they are having emotional or behavioral challenges. It has 25 items. You can see, starting with the emotional symptoms, conduct problems, hyperactivity or inattention, which is the third one. Can you see it? And the fourth one, okay, I'm still going back for you to see the ages. That's 11 to 17 years. Now, the emotional symptoms, we can see it, yes. We can also see the last of poor relationship problems. And the fifth one is prosocial behavior. Can you see it? It has different items in it. Like the prosocial behavior, we have, I try to be nice to other people. I try, and the emotional symptoms, you see, I worry a lot. That's the second one. Now, students tick. You can see it on the right hand side where they tick the lines. Not true. Can you see it? Somewhat true or certainly true. That's we have 0, 1, 2 at the right hand side, on the right hand side. Each group is called separately from 0 to 10. So when you add the first 4 groups, we have 4 items there. Like I mentioned, emotional, conduct, hyperactivity, and peer. When you add it together, you will get a score over 40 because they are 10, 10, 10. But prosocial is kept separately because of the showing student strength. Yeah, because the student strength. And here is how we interpret it for the SDQ. 0 to 13 is normal. 14 to 16 is borderline. 17 to 40 is abnormal. So if a student's total difficulty score is high, this means this student is struggling emotionally or behaviorally. For example, the SDQ has 29 out of 40. Maybe the child scores 9 over 40, which is an abnormal range. The child may be restless. The child may be angry or sad. So as counselors, what do? We need to invite the students for individual counseling, explore how they feel, teach these students emotional regulation. That is the essence of these questionnaire, to help you know what the student is facing. If it is a serious matter, you need to involve the student. So remember that SDQ is not an exam. It's just a mirror to help us with each child that needs support. Don't forget the prosocial behavior, as you can see, is showing the strength of the child. You can see the scoring now. Scoring instruction is there, and it's very simple. Since it's a questionnaire, doesn't need too much stories. See the 0 to 13 normal, 14 to 16 borderline, 7 to 40 abnormal. So I have given an example earlier that if a child scores 29 over out of 40, like this one now, the person scores 22 over 40, which is abnormal. Can you see? It's abnormal because the student shows emotional and attention difficulties but has a strong prosocial behavior. So you can see the range. 0 to 13 is normal. So that is that for SDQ. Let's go to ECS. ECS is teaching us how to understand students' approach to their studies, their learning habits, their motivations, and classroom adjustment. It also has 25 items grouped into study habits, learning styles, and academic adjustment. So if a child picks yes or no, your client picks yes or no, yes is 1 point. If it is a positive statement, like yes. But for another one, negative items like I find it difficult to concentrate, you can reverse it to yes, which is 0, and no, which is equal to 1. Here is how you interpret. Study habit is 0 to 10. 0 to 3 is poor. 4 to 6 is fair. 7 to 10 is good. The learning style shows whether the student is visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. And the last one is academic adjustment, which is 0 to 9. So if a student has a very poor study habit or has a poor study habit, it shows that that child is disorganized or easily gets distracted. I'm now at the interpretation that I said earlier. Yes is 1 point, 0 is for negative, and for negative, that's no, for negative statements. Now, ECS will help us to adjust the students' learning behavior and academic performance. The third one is VCS, that's vocational counseling skill. This one is for choice of career. It has career interest, aptitude tests, work values. So if a child speaks, it's also yes and no. So you can count the number of yes responses in each section. Yes, the highest scoring area, that's the career the child chooses, shows the strongest interest of that child. For example, if the student takes yes to helping others, teaching, and leadership, their interest may be for social or enterprising career fields. So if they take yes to fixing machines or working tools, it shows they have technical interest. So as counselors, we need to guide them choosing their career path, which is matching with their interests, arrange career talks, teach them. This VCS is very simple. It's just yes or no. You count it. So the number of yes shows the highest interest. You can look at the scoring interpretation. It's very simple. You don't need to check a manual. It's straightforward. So now, to summarize this, SDQ is for personal and social counseling, ECS is for educational counseling, VCS is for vocational counseling. So when we combine these tools for counseling techniques, we don't just guess, we work with evidence. And it helps us to give every student the right to support at the right time. So remember, psychological tests are not to label students, but to understand and guide them better. Thank you for listening.